Mr. Abdulhakim Bashar, you are one of the key political figures in the Syrian Kurdish arena. Tell us how you ended up taking refuge in the Iraqi Kurdish region instead of being with your own people in your hometown, Qamishli.
A decision was made by the National Security Office in Syria to assassinate me. The PYD was ordered to carry out the assassination. The governor of Al-Qamishli during that period, who's now working in the Syrian opposition coalition, told me about the secret plot, and I thanked him in front of everyone. He told me I had to leave Syria within 2 days. If I hadn't left, the PYD would have killed me.
When I interviewed you at the first Astana meeting, you were pretty confident that the cooperation between the YPG and the US forces is limited to the fight against Daesh and it's temporary. Now the National Security Advisor of the United States, John Bolton, equates the security of your people to PKK affiliate militia that were trained and equipped by the US. What would you say to that?
It's quite a strange position, I think. In 2012, we signed a deal with the PYD. Ambassador Beth Jones told me here in Istanbul on August 9, 2012, that Kurdish officials signed a deal with a terrorist organization, the PYD, and that they had made a decision to cut aid to us. During all the meetings we had held with U.S. officials, including Mr. Michael Ratney, he assured us that the U.S. relationship with the YPG was a tactical and military one. They wanted to use them against Daesh to be included in the US-led coalition. The PYD is neither a Kurdish nor a Syrian party. It doesn't have a Syrian or a Kurdish agenda. The PYD has limited missions to be accomplished in Syria and is strongly linked to Iran. Let the Americans prove to us that the PYD is a Kurdish or a Syrian party. We abuse the Kurds if we associate them with the PYD. They've harmed the Kurds more than the Assad regime did. We reflected that fact to the whole world that the Kurdish cause is a Syrian national cause. There's no settlement for this cause except through coming to terms with the Syrians. The PYD caused a division between the Arabs and the Kurds. The Syrian public's opinion was polarized by the PYD's practices. We hope that the U.S. can distinguish between the Kurds with a Syrian national cause and a non-Syrian and non-Kurdish organization. The PYD was used by the U.S. for its own interests.
Turkey took Afrin from YPG during its Operation Olive Branch. There are lots of Syrian Kurds who live in Afrin and others who are now refugees in Turkey. The U.S. announced the withdrawal of its troops and the civil war seems near to an end. How do you see the role of Ankara in the future of your people and Syria?
Turkey has a strong and steady position towards the rights of the Syrian people. It's backed the Syrian revolution. Now 4 million Syrians are living and working in Turkey. They're also studying at Turkish universities. The Turkish government has opened university classes teaching in Arabic as well. These facilities aren't found in other places where refugees live, except in Iraq's Kurdish region. There are also 400,000 Kurdish people who sought refuge in Turkey. We do thank Turkey here for its major role in supporting the Syrian revolution. We have heard from many Turkish officials with respects to the rights of the Kurds in Syria, including former Foreign Minister Ahmet Davutoğlu and the current Turkish Foreign Minister Mevlut Çavuşoğlu, saying that they support Kurdish rights in Syria in accordance with the will of the Syrians. They differentiate between the PYD and the Kurds in Syria. I think the biggest danger facing the Kurdish cause after Daesh is the PYD. This organization is establishing a Kurdish-Arab conflict, and this will negatively affect the Kurdish cause.